Let's bring out the starters for the Hoop.
Here we are, Greg, in Game 1 of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Black is out there with Howard, and it's Wagner in at the small forward position. Now here's Williamson. Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Just 3 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
In terms of defense, Greg, the Magic have taken some big steps forward.
Oh, they really have. It was a focus for them last season, and it has paid off. They were the kind of team nobody wants to face, and it led to their first playoff berth since. And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Willie Green had a few moments to share with me. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
And that drive gives Banchero all the momentum he needs. And, boy, he turns it into an explosive finish.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
All right, a chance to take a look at some stats for Murray. Coming off a terrific season. And he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year, always a threat to cause a turnover. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
Williamson right side to stop the run. Carter pulls it in.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a...
That's a great dunk. Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
And this kid is just a natural-born scorer. Banchero can post you up, face you up, and also beat you in transition.
And finished off by Banchero.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And then jammed down as he goes right over Zion Williamson.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And that's a full stretch on that block by Banchero, using all of his length. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And it's Orlando with the rebound. And finished off by Banchero.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Pass to Olynyk. Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Pelicans making a change here.
Substitution for your Pelicans. Zion Williamson.
27 seconds left in the first quarter. And finished off by Banchero.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Now Banchero. It'll count. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Magic. He provided some serious rim protection in that quarter. Good luck getting a shot over this guy. We'll return shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Orlando.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic start in the second. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Howard is out there with Black. And it's Carter in at the center filling out the middle.
And I know Coach loves to see Banchero get rolling out there. He is capable of some serious production.
Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. The Magic in second. Fifth on the list, the Pelicans.
And these are two teams that excel at punishing opponents for their mistakes. I mean, they certainly did that last season. Just playing with poise and confidence, man, they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. That combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Alvarado passes to Olynyk. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Rejected by Banchero. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
Substitution for your Pelicans. Misi.
Williamson right side. Clock at 4. Another miss by Williamson.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
And that's how you execute in transition. Love Banchero's approach in those situations.
Pass to Murray. Outside, Jones.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Murray scanning the floor. Rebound by the Magic. Banchero's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
And how about the showmanship from Banchero, letting us know what he can do out there.
The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the off-season in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Murray against Banchero. Pass to Jones. Out to the right wing. Here's Williamson to end the cold streak. Misses the layup.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Banchero looking around. There's the triple. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
And how about that triple to put a cap on their run here going into the break. Finish that half on a big-time roll.
And so it's Orlando with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Orlando Magic. Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half we were doing some dribbling drills. So Kenny, as the point guard here, I want you to rank our handles.
Okay, obviously first is me. Second, I'll get that to you, Ernie. Third, I'll go with our IT guy. He really surprised me. Then you, Shaq.
There's no way I'm after Ernie.
Shaq, if you want to be better, you can be.
And let's turn to the game we've been watching. It was a fantastic first half for Paolo Banchero.
I really like what Paolo Banchero was showing us in the first half, making most of his shots, his length, his size, his ability to get in the interior, man. He's affecting the game in a lot of ways.
He's really cooking out there. Hopefully he saved something for the second half as well. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Paolo Banchero, guys, has been exceptional.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at them.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And Brent, the Pelicans swept in the first round last year by the Thunder, and that Zion injury was very unfortunate and very untimely.
Oh, man, that was crushing. Williamson had 40 points in that play-in game, playing his best basketball, and then hurt very late in that contest. They really missed him, obviously, against OKC, and just bad luck for New Orleans last year.
In the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Williamson out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the center position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Pass to Williamson. Back to Murray. To the middle. And it's Williamson missing. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful.
Pass to Williamson. Rejected by Banchero. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero. 90 seconds now into the second half. Looking to get back on track here.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's Williamson missing.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Williamson, the pass to Murray. Williamson looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Messi, and it's sent back by Carter.
How about the anticipation from Carter Jr. Has a strong sense for when to go after that block shot.
New Orleans making a switch here. Jones is checked in. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And you know for that matchup with Atlanta, that's one to watch for. 4th contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm interested in how those teams match up in the early part of this year.
Wins again, what an avalanche!
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. Here's Williamson, and nothing is falling for him right now. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And finished off by Banchero.
And taking the hit, no less. Excellent body control from Banchero, and he does a great job of just shielding the ball from defenders.
Here's Williamson. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Inside. Here's Williamson. Rejected by Banchero.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Connects again.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
And it's Williamson missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
To the paint. Here's Williamson, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's Banchero. Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Orlando Magic. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. Back to the action in just a minute. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of this. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. And Banchero muscling through all that contact.
Williamson finds Olynyk. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leading.
And it's Williamson missing.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Good, that's another bucket.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's 100 are the only higher scoring games ever.
And it's Williamson missing.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled, and really probably why they're trailing.
Here's Banchero. Another bucket. Wow.
And that ties him for third all-time scoring for a single game. What an incredible performance.
Absolutely. A game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show.
And 78 points tying Wilt Chamberlain's big night back in 61. Up next, Kobe Bryant's 81 from 2000.
And again.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages.
Well, he has already cleared Wilt Chamberlain's 78 points. Next up is Kobe's 81. And if he passes that mark, the basketball world is going to be talking about this guy for years.
The three, and another one falls.
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for second place for points. What an unbelievable night.
To think that he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100, this is a game you'll be talking about for decades. And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
New Orleans moving the ball around. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And again, no good by New Orleans. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And a terrific ball handler for his size. Banchero will put it on the floor and make a play. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Orlando.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Paolo Banchero.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Williamson. Pass to Olynyk. To the middle. Alvarado with it. Here's Jones. And again, unable to change momentum here. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is.
Thank you, David. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.